boys and girls, you are in for a surprise tonight, my friend. Funny. Because I am. It's not funny. It's not funny, Mr. Frost. I'm excited because I've been waiting for this one for a while. I've gotten Mr. Frost separately. I've gotten Mr. TJ Howell III separately. But now, collectively, they are known as Cold Cash, and we got them on STP. Boys and girls, in the pot, Donkey Cage, and my very special guest, Cold Cash. What's up, guys?
I'm already annoyed. Does that mean you have to take a shot?
No, I'm not taking any shots. I assumed you were wearing your Frost is Stupid shirt, but no, that's a legit from me beating the former ECW World Champions shirt. That's great. Good. Tasteful. I like it.
We like to have some fun at the shows. But, I really, for this one specifically, I know I like to stir the pot, but I wanted you to feel a little more comfortable this evening because we've got cash collectively. So we'll see how this goes. But I wanted to start off on a good note with this beautiful Ryan effing Frost merch, if you will.
I don't see Don Kincaid ordering the TJ Howell III merch. Annoyed with Don Kincaid fans, take a shot.
See that? How about I got Pepsi? I don't have. Excuse me. I don't have alcoholic beverages.
This is a protein shake. I'm sure you know nothing about these, but
you finished.
Protein shake. Look at this shit. I don't drink protein shakes. I have heard when you do a little bit of too much of the protein shakes or the pre-workout stuff or the post-workout stuff, it's not the best of things. So take it in moderation. What are you doing over there? But that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Because it grows muscles and, you don't want to grow them? Or?
I got some muscles under these bones. Not much, but I do have. But anywho, you guys, I have been waiting for this for a while. And, I didn't even put up my special golden award behind me.
Thank you.
I figured.
Thank you for not getting us banned from Facebook for a week or something stupid.
I know you've seen it. I love my award. But I figured, I'd keep it off of display for this specific interview. Again, wanted to start off on some good grounds, if you will, because if there's something that I do not like, boys and girls, is one, piss off Mr. Frost and TJ Howell. Only at the shows we like to jazz them up. But for tonight, we don't really want to get them too fired up because we want to have some fun. So I'm going to start off with, we've spoken to you guys separately on Stirring the Pot. Now, let me go back a little bit because this was way pre-King COVID. King COVID. You see what I did there? Never mind.
Annoyed me again. Fans, take a shot.
That's something. When we spoke separately, this was pre-King COVID, and I was doing some face-to-face sit-down interviews. We had some great soirees. I tried to go to the Howell Estates. I was not allowed on such premises, so I went to Consuela's pool house, which is okay. At least we got to sit down and chat. Had a very fine setting with one Mr. Frost. Was very more welcoming, if you will, than Mr. TJ Howell, which is fine. That's okay, TJ. Mr. Frost gave me some hospitality. We had some good times. But not only that, now that we got you guys together, I want to start off right off the top of this because you guys, your home base is Tesla Strength Wrestling, East Hartford, Connecticut, run by Slick Wagner Brown himself. And we have fun times there. That's my home base. You guys are right there in the action. You're students of the game under Slick Wagner Brown. But coming up April 3rd, and I'm starting right here for a specific reason. Coming up April 3rd, we have Dear Norma. Can you tell the boys and girls about Dear Norma a little bit and what you have going on as Cold Cash, please?
You go about what Dear Norma is. I'll go about what we're doing. Ready? You first.
At the same time. Okay. Dear Norma is Wagner's way of paying homage to his mother. I think Mother's Day is in April or May.
May.
It's coming up. It's spring. It makes sense. Wagner tried to do Deer Norma last May, and it didn't fly. And as we re-enter a new year where we can do outdoor events that are COVID compliant and safe for socially distanced morons to watch wrestling, he coming right out the gate. He wanted to do Deer Norma, and he's doing Deer Norma.
Yeah, and what better way to open it up with Deer Norma? Something that means a lot to Wags, but also means a lot for us to get back out there, which brings me to what we're doing. Don, you won't know what we're doing until we do it. And
but you can't give us a little something, just a little something.
We will be there.
I know who we're not fighting.
Hey,
El Jabroni, because he's dead.
Deceased.
Which is great.
Got him.
Oh, man.
But I will tell you, expect the unexpected from Cold Cash. You could see us, we could be, I don't know, we could be the challengers to Bobby Ocean. We could be, reinserting ourselves into some sort of situation with the stepdads and the Nightcrawlers.
I don't think we're done with either.
I said the stepdads, and you know what? I had to fix myself because it really just wanted to roll off the tongue. Step boomers. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we're done with either of them chumps. Obviously they're athletes, they're competitors, and we've had our fair share of scraps with both teams to this point, but I think there's one more in me at least. I don't know about you.
As long as he doesn't smack my booty again.
He never had my nose, ever, for the record.
Off the record, funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. On the record, how dare he?
He never had.
There was some chatter when I put up the old stirring the pot Cold Cash announcement. A lot of chatter on there. We're definitely getting to that. But let's touch upon that. You say that Papa Bear did not steal your nose, Mr. Frost, but we all saw. We were there. Ryder's Smokehouse. He stole your nose. They were passing it around like a little hot potato. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I know it took a little bit to get it back. What do you mean he never had your nose?
It was never removed from my face. Please move on from this buffoonery.
Can I just point out one thing? Along the line, Mickey Stripes touched your nose. He actually caught it, but then he didn't like it and he gave it right back. He had it for 0.2 seconds. Do you think that 0.2 seconds could have given you COVID?
I doubt it. And that's another reason why he never had my nose, for the record, because I have not lost my sense of smell at any point. There's photographic evidence of me yelling at Papa Bear that he did not, in fact, have my nose, and my nose was on my face during those photographs. So it's just empirical evidence. All signs point to the validity of my statement that bum never had my nose.
TJ Howell, same subject. You find it very entertaining, if you will. You smile every time we've spoken about this, and you seem to love that. Mr. Frost doesn't.
It's just stupid.
When it was
it's going, as stupid as a hardcore match.
He's talking about me. Hold on. Give me
when it's going down, legit in ring, right in front of your eyes. Are you laughing and smiling as much as you are right now?
Yes.
I don't mean to make fun of somebody stealing someone's nose, but these are the things.
When it didn't happen.
But these are the things, boys and girls, that we talk about in wrestling. Those little nuances that get thrown in to wrestling. It's one of those little elements. Sometimes they're corny, sometimes they're a little funky, but man, we have so much fun with them. And the crowd, my goodness, the crowd absolutely loved when Papa Bear stole Mr. Frost's nose. I could not get over, but those are those little things that we talk about.
How much time you got, Don? How much time you got us for right now for this interview? Because you just wasted like 3 minutes talking about nonsense.
It's actually like more than 3 minutes.
No, that brings us to an element. Because there's serious, there's big Jack Muscle guy, and and then there's all sorts of things that make wrestling happen. But you guys, as a tag team, you bring many elements, and that's what I'm kind of driving at with that whole Papa Bear stealing Frost's nose. But what I'm trying to drive at is you guys bring multiple elements to the table as wrestlers and as a tag team. And me as a fan, I thank you for that. And can you tell us how that culminated? Because you guys aren't really kind of the same. You seem polar opposites. One's much younger, one's a little bit older. Gets called a boomer. I say you guys are not okay. There's lots of weird things and stuff. But please tell us, the fans, this chemistry that you got going on with each other. How did that culminate?
Well, so it's no secret. We're a product. Actually, Donovan asked the same question last week. So much of the same answer. No, it's fine. It's a popular question, and I get it absolutely. And Ryan and I crossed paths a ton of times. You like to post me getting my baseball gimmick, long hair, dragged face across the ropes at Ryan's. In one of my tag team matches with El Jabroni that made me hate El Jabroni, but somehow respect Ryan Fraust. But sharing a lot of the same locker rooms outside of the dojo, sharing the same car, talking off the record, we grew a personal friendship, and, I thought about that. And when, I really decided, I like a lot of things about Ryan. He's very present, and this is where we're going to go complimenting our partners. He's present. Like, he has a presence when he's in a ring. When he cut the infamous Battlefront Pro Wrestling promo on Just Incredible with the big gray backdrop, I will tell anybody that is a wrestling fan, he's not signed by any big company, but that is one of my favorite promos of all time. Because I felt that, I got chills down. I looked at that and I was like, that is a guy that I want next to me in the ring, because I like having fun. I know he likes to have fun, but we need to get down to business, So I brought up the idea to a few people beforehand, and I don't think a lot of people really agreed with that idea, because they didn't see these two personalities molding.
Right.
But no pun intended, it was money from the start.
And I can actually piggyback on that, because the initial thing that people said was that TJ Howell III is just going to buy the services of Ryan Fraust. And that is never going to happen. Nobody is just going to be like, hey, let me pay you to do this for me. Like, Ryan Fraust needs to be motivated. He needs to have like a personal investment in what he's doing. Does Frosty tend to exploit the resources of Howell Enterprises? Absolutely. The reason this guy's so miserable is that he's never had anything in his life, and he's had to fight for everything he gets. And instead of taking that as a point of pride, he takes that as a point of contention. He hangs out with the rich kid, which makes him rich, which means they can go on vacations and live the lavish lifestyle that Ryan Fraust would never otherwise be able to experience.
Very true. Very true.
So that comes out of a friendship that doesn't come out of a higher muscle scenario. Also, I know for a fact I like virtually no one. I like him more than that. And I will say that I will also add that, and I haven't said this anywhere, and like I don't want to be too cheesy, but TJ does make me more accountable and makes me better, because I have to be better, because now it's not just me beating on El Jabroni every freaking training day. Now it's like we are trying to make something really serious, really take cold cash as far as we can and do what we can as a unit.
Well, what you guys are bringing to the table as singles wrestlers and creating cold cash, I'm feeling as a fan, we're invested. And I'm going to talk about something real quick, and then I have to move on to something else. But at this past Halloween throwdown, there's a little squad that's going on that's following the stepdads. They love them stepdads, and these guys bring a shitload of signs, and they take the time and they make some really cool stuff. But TJ Howell, my friend, you stood right up on that picnic table, loud and proud. You made sure that every single person saw what the hell was about to happen, and you took that stepdad sign and you ripped it in half. You threw it in the trash like it was. I seen Mr. Frost swatting at it, signs with his kendo stick. Craziness. Crazy.
If my face was a mood right now, it would be those animated sunglasses coming down and a blunt coming to the side of my mouth. I mean, PG. What's PG?
Stirring the pot.
That's true.
I'll tell you this, at least I had a practical use for that sign because it was useless until I wiped my ass with it.
When you get up there in age, typically you shit yourself a lot, so you had to use something. Oh, an old joke about Ryan. Fans, take a shot.
Oh, I'll drink to that one. Woo, that was a good one.
Drive safe, all you losers. After taking all these stupid shots.
I kind of let him get off the hook for a little while because I had him take 3 in a row because, he's self-explanatory.
I do apologize. My notifications are going absolutely bat shit crazy, and I do apologize.
We're not on live, are we?
Excuse me?
We're not on live.
No, we're not on live. I would never do that to you, sir. Never.
No, I mean we could be, but I'm. What are your notifications?
Well, I'm trying because I have a ton of them coming in, and what I'm trying to do is eliminate some of them from.
Oh, I got you.
Brian is not well educated with technology. That's technically another old joke. Fans take another shot.
Another boomer joke.
But Don, and I will get back to the whole stepdads thing.
Oh wait! Oh, look who it is! Look who we have!
Hey! Yeah, that's a good surprise.
Buddy!
Wow, that's such a better surprise.
I miss you. I love you. Look, he's wearing us on a shirt. It's us. And Peasy. There he is.
Oh, there we are. There we all are.
Peasy's definitely the old.
That's lovely.
And Kincaid's still wearing his stupid. No, I don't know. That's good merch. Ooh, that's good.
Right? Yeah, right? That's exactly what Ryan said.
If there is another person that I can tag with that I do not absolutely hate, it is definitely Big Jake Sampson.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I will say, in addition to our soiree, I use a little notification camouflage, and we got Jake Sampson in here. Now, Mr. Sampson, we met at Test of Strength as well. He was part of the Ryan Fraust connection there a while back. There was some death of El Jabroni back then, if you will. Never mind, we don't like to talk about that. But boys and girls, no, we don't. So boys and girls, Jake, and I want to call you a different name because I like saying it, but I won't. I'll call you Jake Sampson. Mr. Sampson, welcome to our soiree with Cold Cash, my friend.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having me on with the boys.
Yes. Now, Mr. Sampson and we talked earlier, and we thought that it would be a very fine idea if Mr. Sampson just comes on, hangs out for a little bit, and chit-chats with Cold Cash while we get to know, because we don't know everything about Cold Cash. So since you have joined, why don't we give it to you, my friend? Because I've given it to J-Ro before. We've had a very fine.
Oh, God.
It was
He
amazing.
is so unemployable.
Ouch.
I did fire him.
Well,
while he
not
was-
you.
No, not you.
Rowe.
Jordan Rowe.
Yeah, Jordan Rowe. I did fire him while he was guest hosting, but I hired him right back.
Shit merch guy. Shit referee. Shit ticket seller. What else did he do?
He is.
I don't know.
No, I'll give it to you. He's former ref Jordan, merch Jordan, ticket guy Jordan, raffle ticket Jordan, fry guy Jordan, gummy bear Jordan, intern Jordan, chair guy Jordan, which he got paid under the table. Chair guy got paid under the table. I mean, but anywho, also he's been the host.
Fans take a shot. Tongue Tate annoyed me again.
I'll drink to that. But anywho, we have one, Mr. Jake Sampson. I don't know where Mr. Frost went, but we're just going to continue.
He went to go pee because he has a small bladder with old age. Oh, another boomer joke. Fans take a shot.
We've been running for 21 minutes, and I think that's about the 3.7 trillion one that he's put out on us right now.
Oof. Yeah, TJ and his boomer jokes.
Yeah, rapid fire. Mr. Sampson, why don't you kind of maybe take the reins over and get us, the fans, to know Cold Cash a little bit better? You know them on the inside, behind the curtain, if you will. Is there anything maybe in the back of your head that you could ask them that we would never know about Cold Cash, collectively, singly, because one's peeing right now? So do you have any questions that you could maybe throw out that the fans could learn about Cold Cash?
I have one question to Mr. TJ Howell III.
Yeah.
How do you feel that a certain announcer, we're not going to name names, but Tony Schiavone, stole your gimmick?
Oh!
He could have stolen any gimmick in the world, but he wears a freaking shark hat and shark glasses. The only thing I haven't done personally. First of all, Tony should have been dead 5 years ago, but somehow El Jabroni died first, which makes no sense.
Oh, makes perfect sense. We killed him.
It might be
Jake killed him the first time.
That might be a little too petty.
Remember when Jake killed him with the heart punch?
I do remember that, and I'll bring that up in a second. But Tony, quick question: what the fuck?
I mean,
any other gimmick in the world, and he uses clearly a TJ Howell product. And you know what? That'll be the same thing as, everybody says, oh, he stole this guy stole that from me, whatever. Yeah. But, Tony fucking Shimon. Never even heard of her.
To explain what's happening in this little madness right here, Tony Schiavone, AEW, came out. I want to say it was a post Dynamite thing. And he came.
Oh, no, it was for Impact.
Oh, wow. He was wearing a shirt, and he was wearing a shark hat and stuff. If you want to see Tony Schiavone do some gimmick infringement upon one TJ Howell III, go take a peek.
It's on my page because, I was petty.
Oh, it's on your page?
It's on my Facebook because, Tony pissed me off and I had to make it aware.
Dude, you got to get Richie to print you up some cease and desists.
Already sent his way.
Okay, so now we asked TJ a question, right? Now we're gonna ask Ryan a question now.
Oh God,
Frosty, my boy, buddy. You remember that fateful day at Fenway that nobody else will ever remember except you and I because we turned on each other in front of two people that actually cared?
I've said this a time or two, and I meant it. I said it, I meant it. You had every right to turn on me, and I don't even blame you.
Yeah, it would have made sense if people actually paid attention to what we were doing, but we didn't. So.
There were fucking 10 guys in that match, and it was kind of a disaster.
Yeah, it got changed 40 times. And
we did a ton of those big, huge tag clusters over at not UFO, Bell Time.
Yeah, same thing.
They were fun.
Yeah, they were fun. Remember we were supposed to get in the ring with what was it, Smalls, but fucking Mike Skyros gave Bo color the hard way, and we had to squash the whole segment in like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
that's was like, whoa, what? Bo's bleeding? What? So, yep, that's
Bo's the man though.
Yeah,
Bo and Dante are the men.
That wasn't at Malden, right? When Jason was there.
I think it might have been. No, that was the second. That was the next time.
Oh,
it was the Red Power Ranger guy first.
And then Smalls, right?
Yeah. Yep. And I stupidly got in the ring, and he tried swinging a barbed wire bat at my head. I was like, "Whoa, okay, all right."
I'll tell you from personal experience, it's not a lot of fun.
No.
Like getting a kendo stick swung at you in a battle royal, and you have no idea what the hell's happening.
Was he at that?
No, he wasn't there. That's when we had.
That was us. I thought Jake was there.
So Don Kincaid, I've never in this world have backed out from a battle royal, but I wanted to.
Bullshit.
I had a hot shot to Sean with me on the outside of a low boy ring, hugging a turnbuckle, or hugging a post rather, because we didn't want to get hit with a kendo stick in the middle of this battle royal all the way out in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. I won't say who it was.
Shoot, no, if you're gonna shoot all the way.
Completely shot.
It was a tough situation. There was a wrestler on the card who, tried to take over the event, whether that's a shoot or a work. I don't know what it was. But somebody took all of everybody's money and then dropped it in the ring, and then everybody was scrambling to pick it up, and
I didn't care about
it was definitely a mess. Well, yeah, I don't even think we got paid, so it doesn't matter. But that was actually the first. You know what? We're going to completely erase all the negativity of that, because that was probably the first instance that Cold Cash united, because the Wolverine, local guy, the Wolverine, comes out for this battle royal. We already bailed, like, under the top rope, so we're chilling. We're still in that battle royal, to be honest.
Commentary.
But we're just chilling on the outside, and in comes this old guy. And don't call me old, all right? This guy is ancient. And so we went over to go beat him up. He still had a few punches left. He rang our bells, but that was the first time we said, you know what? Let's team up. Yeah. And then, like, with me and Jake, it was like, let's kill El Jabroni.
Yeah. Yep. And dude, that was so much fun. Like, just, totally off the script, totally for a shoot, just me and you as actual friends. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, teaming with you, Peasy, and TJ was like the best thing we ever did.
That was baller. That was so much fun.
So and Kincaid's smoking it.
And then we brought it over to TOS, because we had that big tag match that we beat up Ronnie Ribbs and kicked him out, and now it's us.
Dude, Ronnie Ribbs. Hey man, listen. I'm just gonna go throw a couple punches and I'm gonna go take a nap. Like, cool, brother.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, dude. Dude, Ronnie Ribbs redeemed himself big time with me. I love Ronnie Ribbs. Just from that one.
I missed that part, but
nice.
Since we have all you guys here, I want to go through a little something if I can, because when me and Mr. Sampson spoke earlier, I thought it'd be cool if I can go through just a quick timeline as a fan at Test of Strength, because I started Test of Strength probably around, I don't know, training day 8 or 9 or somewhere around there. I can't even remember, but I know it was a single digit still. You guys were at East Hartford. You have moved from your previous spot where Mr. Howell was spoken about his previous characters. But now we're at Test of Strength, and right in front of our eyes, we're seeing what we like to talk on this show about is the evolution of the characters that we see right in front of us. So Mr. Howell, he was one character, became another with a little let's see, how do I put this? he was a character that had to do with states and farms, and then he was a character that had to deal with bats and eye stuff, and then he right before our eyes we're seeing Mr. Howell, the privileged one. Things have changed. Then we see Mr. Frosty. He came out, Ryan Fraust, right off the ripper. I followed him because the chatter, I seen the buzz of a new guy coming in, Touch of Strength. So I followed it. I kept pushing it. And then along behold, I meet this guy over here, Mr. Sampson, who is now part of this thing going on with Ryan Fraust people and Test of Strength. It started off as, more of a devilish guy, if you will. Then it became a Sampson. And then, now I know it's not,
yeah. I remember that.
Who? Never heard of her.
Me neither.
Or as Jake would go, that guy died.
now, I know Mr. Sampson isn't probably, how do I put, active, if you will, right now. Is that correct on saying? Okay.
Yeah, he's got like 12 kids now, so.
Got one.
Don't rush.
You got that
please.
baby there?
Don't curse me, please. Don't curse me.
So in the interim of all of that going on, we fast forward a little bit, Test of Strength, we get into Battlefront, and now we have Ryan Fraust, TJ Howell, Jake Sampson, Slade Dangerfield, and we have become the new Impact players at Battlefront Pro Wrestling. And I know you guys were having a hot ticket with that. You were having a lot of fun. You could just tell when you came out through the curtain, when you were cutting the promos, when the barbed wire was up there and the bands were jamming and you guys came out and took the effing mic over. That is one of my favorite promos with all of you guys, because it was involving all of you guys right there. So let's just stop right there. And I know Test of Strength is your home, but I want to stop at that specific promo. Mr. Fraust, you came out. It seems like you were, I mean, I know nobody wants to be the leader, but you kind of seemed the leader, if you will, of the new Impact players. You took that microphone, you took the lead through the curtain, and might I say, you guys made a statement verbally and visually. Take us through that evening and that promo, that scene right there, all three of you, if you could, starting with Mr. Fraust.
May I just clarify one thing, though, with that situation?
Sure.
He's the leader of not just us, but he's the leader of Battlefront Pro Wrestling. I mean, I don't see anybody else as entertaining or that can draw like Ryan Fraust did to that event. What he did was more entertaining than, I would say, everything on that show.
Well, that is extremely gracious of you. Thank you.
Wow.
I'm gonna blush. Jeez. So I wouldn't say leader. What I had was an opportunity when that lumberjack match came, and they tried to stack the deck against me against Scotty Anarchy. That bum. Oh my God. Capital letters bum.
That's the only thing I didn't add to the drinking game. Sorry, guys.
And they tried to stack the deck against me by surrounding the ring with people who already don't like me. So I took the one opportunity I had to bring in people I know, like, and trust, which were Slade Dangerfield back in PWA, bro. You know, two villains learning how to be villains together in PWA. TJ Howell III, who I had already gotten along with, as was discussed. Cold Cash was not formally a thing yet, but brought him in and brought Big Jake Sampson here in just to kind of even the score, because those three guys could take on the entire Battlefront roster by themselves. So it gives me a chance to bring people who I know will add to the promotion in general. You know, I didn't think we were going to stay together. I thought everybody was going to get introduced, go their separate ways, and everyone now has another place to do their job. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, circumstances made it so that somebody I tagged with in Jake, somebody I tagged with in TJ, somebody I trained with in Peasy, all got to stay together. And it was definitely money. It was definitely We had chemistry. None of us stepped on each other's feet because they're, maybe if because I introduced them, I would technically be the leader of the group, or because I talk too much, I might be the leader of the group. But all four of these guys can talk. All four of these guys have character. All four of these guys can work. There's definitely a very high ceiling for that kind of an organization.
Now, Mr. Howell, there was a specific, each had your own element when you grabbed that microphone. And I think that was one of the things as I was filming that really caught my eye. You feel that within that faction when you were doing the New Impact Players, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about that specific promo where we all kind of we were officially together. But that was the first time we all really got to say anything. And
at Battlefront, at least.
Yeah. And Ryan handing us each the microphone showed you its unity and respect between all of us. Maybe not all of us. There's one oddball out. It's not the guys. The one that never calls us back. She has a very quality asset that, we try not to point out 50 times.
Listen, it was a huge event. Angel Sinclair played an integral role in restoring our seat of power by returning the Hardcore Championship to me. And it's never bad to have eye candy, bro. But she's not just eye candy. She cuts some promo too, and she can work. And when she's got matches, she is an accomplished female professional wrestler.
Yes.
I don't believe she wrestled that night, but no, as far as I am concerned, anytime she wants to roll with any of us is totally fine with me. It's just that, that hasn't happened since. I don't hold it against her.
Mr. Sampson?
I personally love her. She's great. Good person. Jake's my favorite out of the group. I don't know if you recall, Don, and I think I've said this before to you. That promo, and I've never sworn in a promo in wrestling. That's only my favorite promo that I've ever cut right now, for the sole fact that it's so funny to me that I swore in that promo like a kid that had never swore before. I was taking my opportunity to swear in front of mom and dad and see their reaction, and then boom, I swore, and everybody's like, what just happened? Whoa. and we're all kind of like, this is off the record. We're all talking about like what we're gonna say in the back. It's like, hey, when we take this opportunity, we're gonna all say what's on our mind. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I know what I'm gonna say, guys. I'm not gonna tell you until it happens. And so be it. Where did Don go?
Don?
Oh, I think they lost you, Don.
Oh, no.
Oh, you can see him?
I can see him. I can see both of you.
Yeah, no, what happens?
See him now.
What happens is on, and I don't know whose Wi-Fi, what's going on over there, but what happens is it's freezing every just so often on Mr. Howell's end. I don't know if you're sitting in Consuela's pool house or what's going on.
You're freezing a little on our end as well, so I don't know how it's going to go. But
okay. But anywho, Mr. Sampson, that evening you took the mic as well. It looked like because what I saw was Ryan Fraust as a champion surrounding himself with money to, keep a hold onto that championship. We've seen that throughout the history of wrestling with many of the top names in the industry. Mr. Sampson, speak to us about that evening.
That evening was actually really fun. Aside from getting hit with a goddamn kendo stick by the Sandman yet again.
He threw me into the first shot.
Hey,
he threw me willingly.
Listen, I told you I did that out of love, okay? Because I threw him at you, so he didn't have time to wind up and hit you hard, okay?
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, I like it.
I appreciate that.
No, that was actually like one of the first times I got to be like, to be Samson, and I kind of like copied what Peasy said because I didn't really know what I was gonna say. and I kind of just yelled it at people because that's
That's all you need to do in wrestling. Come on, man. You know this.
I mean, of course.
Jake is the belligerent muscle.
That's right. I'm just the guy that yells at people and, gets people to try to fight me. And, that's fun shit. But
that Battlefront's not hard, right?
No. No.
That was a good crowd. I mean,
dude, when you got a bunch
of morons, but
there was a funny story about that. Actually, I was your manager, TJ, and there was a group of people. I think near where the Beast, where he sat with his group of cronies. One of the kids had a bat or something, and he tried to swing it at me because I told his girlfriend to speak English. And
you're a piece of shit.
No kidding.
I usually think I'm pretty good at pissing them off, but sounds like you did a good job.
Old boy stood up.
Yeah, we missed the budget for cheeky, bro.
Yeah, because then Leo McStubbs comes up to me after the show and he goes, "Hey, some fans were like, he said some mean stuff to me," and he pats me on the back and he goes, "Nice job, kid." And I'm like,
Stubbs is the man.
I'm like,
yeah, he's.
I'm like, thanks, boss. But I mean, I would say Ryan is our leader, not just because he bears a striking resemblance to PJ, but because he can. Ryan can draw. Ryan's got Ryan knows how to be a good heel, and
let's be realistic here. Ryan is the guy in that situation that can control the best. I mean, listen, like he's got a long history with Just Incredible now. I mean, all right, not long, but he's got a long enough history with Just Incredible where he could be a potential problem anywhere we go.
Right.
And he's the guy that he would go after first, right? So you don't go after the peasants, you go after the kings. I'm not saying we're peasants, but not to make a pun intended for that, but but you don't go after slaves and warriors and whatever in a kingdom. You go after the crown, right?
Right. I mean, and Frosty has technically pinned 1, 2, 3 2 ECW World Champions.
Ryan has the crown in the new Impact players.
He does, and I think he might even have it. He had it in our tag team, and I'm pretty sure it's in your tag team. You guys share it pretty well.
I just talk too much. That's all. Jake.
We share.
I just talk too much.
But see, that's the thing, Ryan, is you talk too much. You don't talk too much at all. You talk just enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Like, I mean, I love talking promos. I could talk shit all day long, but you talk just the right amount of shit. And TJ does too. TJ's a fucking asshole. I love him.
And to piggyback off of what Mr. Sampson said, I've been following, obviously, all of you guys from almost the beginning of all of your careers from where I have been at Test of Strength, but Mr. Fraust specifically, because I've seen him from day one when the hype was coming up, and I started doing my Kincaid files with him and stuff with the boys and girls at Test of Strength. But I've watched this guy in front of the camera go from a guy, I mean, I know he wants his words very set and his thoughts very set and his points to come across very clear, and he does. But what I have found over time is his promos used to be a little bit lengthy because he wanted to say so much. And over time, as Mr. Sampson says, I think at this point, Mr. Fraust does speak about just about the right enough amount of time, because he finds a time to where, okay, I'm feeling that this was too lengthy. I'm going to find my points, but in a different way, and condense that time so it's a little more sensible. And because we the fans, and I don't want to agree with Mr. Fraust that we the fans are a bunch of buffoons, but we're so easy because our attention span's like a goldfish. It goes from one to another. We want to see stuff quickly. And when you present us with the media promo specifically, if it's any more than 2 minutes, we kind of probably won't even watch the whole thing. So when
Which
it's like
is, yeah.
Go ahead.
Which is what I love about people like us, people like Ichiban, and people like the firm, is that we put out promos that are short, sweet, to the point, and they're entertaining.
Can't be much shorter than number one.
True.
I will say this, Don. I want to give credit where it's due. Wagner Brown definitely pulled the reins a little bit and said, "Frosty, you're going on a little. You're a little long-winded, you know."
And now collectively, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Anytime I cut a promo, it's usually with Frost, whether it's with him or without him. You know, a lot of back and forth debate goes into what we're doing with our promos, but I will say 9 out of 10 times that also includes how long it'll be. Because I'll be honest with you, Don, sometimes we do go over, you know, what we say for time, because you can't prevent, and it's, there's different rules. Sometimes you can't prevent ending a good promo, an entertaining promo, right? Like if something has you hooked, you don't steer away from it, right? So I feel like sometimes Ryan and I do get into those modes where the promo is just going smoothly. It'll take us 1 or 2 takes, and it's money, no pun intended. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but it's money, and we get all of our points through, and not only is it entertaining, but you know, we get our point out there.
Absolutely. And I want to stay on this topic because I'm trying to find it, but there was a share from one Uncle Bob Evans not that long ago. It was in the last couple days, and he shared it from another promoter's page, and it was kind of lengthy, and I wasn't going to read the whole thing. And Mr. Evans shares a lot, so it's kind of difficult to find. But so what the gist of it is, there was a lot of F-bombs thrown out there, but it was to the boys and girls about why the fuck aren't you doing promos? If you're not, you're cheating yourself, you're cheating your opponent, and you're cheating the promotion.
Yeah, it's self-promotion, and it's entertaining to the crowd. Because you know what it does? It tells a story beyond the story you see in the ring.
Right. I'm not going to say who. Please do not say who. But I tell certain individuals that I associate with out behind the scenes here frequently. You have phenomenal character. You can talk. You're entertaining as fuck. Why are you not cutting promos? I just don't get it. Like, if you want help, I will help you. You know, I'll hold a phone or a camera or I'll come over and we could talk about, like, I'll do anything to help you, but like, just do it. You know what I mean? And you might even think, you at home might think you know who I'm talking about, and you might be right, but I guarantee you don't know all of them, because there's more than one. There's people I'm always saying, like, listen, I'll come over. Do I not? Sure. I'm not saying I'm the fucking master. I'm good. I'm not great, but like, even just holding the phone for you could help you. I will help you do this. Like, let's go. It'll help everyone. It'll help the whole promotion.
Yeah, I mean, what draws money? Personal issues.
The word is promo.
Dude, if you don't put out a promo stating why you have a personal issue with somebody.
Yes, I'm sorry, Jake. Personal issues.
Yeah. If you don't put out a promo saying why you want to fight this person or tell a story behind it, because, you know, we do it every month, not every freaking
Before
week.
El Jabroni died, a lot of people were entertained by our promos.
Speaking of that bum, one more time. Fight for Your Dreams 1, right? My first singles match in front of a crowd. El Jabroni is a bum, as we've discussed. We had no right commanding that audience who had just watched Jay Freddy and Santel have probably the best wrestled match of the year in any promotion. Honestly. We had no right commanding that crowd's attention. But I had cut a promo. It was the only promo that aired before a match. They aired the promo. I came out wearing El Jabroni's shirt, and they were like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
They didn't even know who I was, and they were like, fuck this guy, he's an asshole. And they were into it. And it wasn't because I was a mat technician or master, and it wasn't because El Jabroni was. That's for goddamn sure.
I think the little things always help.
That's to Jake's point. That's
Yeah.
Yes.
Little things always help, because that is a perfect example of a match that had everybody's attention, even in the back, right?
Yeah.
Like, you had the boys peeking through the curtains trying to watch that match because they were intrigued on A, the crowd reaction, if they didn't see the story, or B, because they saw the story unfolding and they really wanted to see the last chapter, which we thought was the last chapter, obviously wasn't.
Well, at least we did write the last chapter. Yes.
We did. So anyway, my point is, personal touches to, your story is very, very important, because yes, you could tell a story during a wrestling match, and that is one of the biggest things, but I think the little things in between, before and after, add to it. Like, you saw Dan the Man, every single time there's a big show, he does something different. And he's one of the guys I look at that and I'm like wowed every time he comes out and he's doing something different. Whether he has his, what does he call it? The handsmaids. He has the handsmaids. He has, he has different people come out in his old ring gear, and it's entertaining, and it's just something that you want to watch even as a worker. And that's the little things, like me coming out and sacrificing my hair to wear the old El Jabroni mask that I stole. That adds personal touch, and it adds effect to the crowd reaction.
Discuss that training last night, if I may, Don. I'm sorry. May I?
Please.
Discuss last night at the dojo at training, because a lot of our more athletic guys were there. Your Sammy Diaz, your Ichiban. People were at the dojo training, showing, talking about how great it is to do all these like really impressive maneuvers and whatnot. And brought up in conversation was the fact that Dan the Man commands that audience by doing the old school NWA territories. I'm just going to tell you to sit down and shut up. I'm going to slap my opponent across the face, and we're going to have a nice, easy, slow-paced, dramatic contest with all the personality, like you guys are saying. He's cutting promos in the ring during the match. And he has the most buzz, and he gets the most fan interaction, even though there's so many gifted athletes on the roster who could do so much. That personality is everything.
We really do surround ourselves with geniuses. Talking about, we haven't even seen at TOS a villain Wagner Brown yet.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
I've seen a lot of villain Wagner Brown, and it is entertaining.
Dude,
my first memory ever of him showing me anything when he worked villain was him walking up to a kid who had a mental disability with a John Cena cap on. I was like, hey, give me a high five or something like that. Wags flipped his head off and walked into the ring. Mega heat. That kid's mom was so pissed, and his intentions after the show, I will not say specifically what he was going to do, but he was going to basically say sorry in a specific way. And he never saw that kid again. So that kid hates Wags for life, and I love it.
You mean babyface Wags? Somebody hates him. Come on.
Villain Wags is hated by somebody. Villain Wags is legit going to be one of my favorite things to watch if it ever happens.
Oh, dude, I hope it happens so bad. I hope he turns on Jay Freddy. I really do.
I hope he get him to join Cold Cash.
Oh, that would be great, right?
Yeah. He needs to carry all that weight that neither of us can carry.
Well, hey, not to keep putting over Dan DeMann in your guys' interview here, but I remember when Frosty and I were cutting our first promos together, and Dan actually came out back and said, hey, like, why don't you try doing this, and why don't you try doing that? And me, I was still really wet behind the ears. So I think actually my first promos were with Ryan.
Wow.
And Dan was like, hey, why don't you just try doing this and, say this and do this in this cadence. And, obviously Ryan having that acting background helped him, but me, I'm just that fucking bum on a schlum that's like, hey, yeah, brother, and this is my brother, that brother, and they both kind of, really helped shape me, doing promos on my own, because, then I went to my own home promotion and cut heel promos and fucking killed it because of these two. So,
Ryan adds a lot of, and this is my personal experience, Ryan adds a lot of good elements and critique to promos where acting experience comes in fully. I remember when I first would do promos, and like I wasn't even out of my shell yet. Like I was TJ Howell, but I was writing down a script and trying to recite everything on the script, and I wasn't TJ Howell the third yet. I was somebody playing TJ Howell the third, but I wasn't fully me. But a lot of help I got from Ryan, most of the guys like Dan, the critique I got, all the experience around me just really, like, I will tell you, I've gone to places and I've cut promos on the fly and I've done well with that. Other places, not so much. If you remember NYWC.
Is that where you had Karen?
Yeah, that's where I had Karen Hefe, and I teamed with Mike Mastretta.
Hefe.
That was fun.
A little bit?
Yeah, man.
Oh, he's all right. I like him.
Yeah,
Don Kincaid was there with one Lenny Lame, the ref.
Oh, Lenny Lame. Oh,
Lenny Lame was the timekeeper / bell ringer.
There are a few people I like less.
Yeah.
Than Lenny Lame? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
TJ, I was going to say, I'm going to put you over here for a second. Since I've met you, to watch you, like, as a person, like a real person, not the actor played on TV, TJ, you have, like, changed so much. Like, I've definitely, like, watched you blossom and come out of your shell. And it's, like, it's really cool because you were, like, this, like, baseball kid that didn't have a direction, and then you started being this, pretty boy rich kid, and then now you're, like, this fucking, you guys are working circles around most of these teams, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's not the same kid.
Jake helped me get the biggest compliment of my life from one Trevor Murdoch.
I did?
I wish I was at that.
Yeah, remember when we had the seminar at
Oh, yeah, that's right. He said you worked better than I do because you do.
No, he said I had God's gift of being able to tell a story.
Yeah, you do.
Wow.
You really do. Like,
Yeah.
both of you do. Like,
He said my cardio was shit, which he's not wrong.
no. Oh,
He
God.
hasn't seen mine.
Like, just the thought of getting back in a ring right now and blowing up.
Yeah.
But no,
I've returned to training recently after a little hiatus with COVID and everything, and holy shit, am I dying?
dude, now that you've had it, you're going to be great.
So
I didn't have COVID. Everyone else
we
did.
talk about, and Ryan, I don't want to scare you, so please don't get too scared. We talk about cardio, right? And I was well in shape around this time last year. What was it, end of February last year? We did the Trevor Murdoch seminar.
Yeah.
So at King of Wrestling School, owned by Demon Ortiz specifically. That's his.
He's not the owner now. No, the other guy was.
And that was
Mike.
Mike, yes. I always confuse the two of them because
Lewis was head trainer.
Yeah,
Mike
Lewis
was the owner.
Right. So the first thing we do before the seminar, Trevor Murdoch is kind of changing everything. It's like, everybody warm up. And they go push-ups. J Rowe, Big J Bricks, and I took the ride together up there. And we all just kind of started doing push-ups. And we're like, how many are we doing? I think it was, 50 in a row?
I think we did 50.
It was 50, right? And then he was like, all right, guys, we're going to do 100 squats. And I was like, what?
Now,
And I struggled to do 100 squats. And then we did 50 more push-ups after that.
Now, I don't want to put myself over here or anything, but we were doing 500 just before the start of class.
500 squats?
500 squats.
How come your butt wasn't bigger?
Because I'm fat, dude, and I'm white. What else do you want?
I thought squats made your butt big.
I don't know. I mean, ask Jay. I mean, he's the twin that got all the good stuff.
Yeah. He's got the funny memes too, bro.
Yeah, he's got the killer memes. Yeah, we used to do 500 squats, and then we hit the ropes 50 times. Dude, I could wrestle being 300 pounds, I could last
Hey,
longer
Wags, I'll do whatever blow-up drills you want me to do. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kincaid, go ahead.
No, the conversation that the three of you have just been sharing with us, the fans, is a very perfect example of character, storytelling, in-ring, all together. And I know you're complimenting each other, but as you're complimenting each other, you're also telling us, the fans, a quite unique story about all of these pieces. When they come together, they really work for your character to present us, the fans, to get invested into what you're presenting to us, because it's not all. And I know you guys say if it wasn't for the fans, you wouldn't be here and all of that, but it's the same on the flip side of that. But it's the flip side of that, sir. If there's none of you, then there's none of us. So it's the chicken and the egg kind of gig right there. But what I'm trying to drive at is Jake Sampson and Ryan were a tag team for a while quite regularly. And there was one point.
Ice Cold Killers.
Ice Cold Killers.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee, baby, yes.
And as fans, these are the things, like we don't hear the stories of the boys and girls behind the curtain or on the road. And that's what we like to do on the show, is maybe drag some road stories. But on the flip side of that, the fans are also doing their chatter and stuff like that. So I'm at my dad's house getting ready for a training day. And I go, Dad, don't you have like a bunch of lilies growing out in your front yard? He goes, yeah, why? I go, I think Jake Sampson is going to kill fucking El Jabroni today. We should bring Lily. He goes, you know what? That's going to be fucking funny as hell, man.
Oh, it was.
It was awesome.
So my point being is the stories that you tell, as long as you're doing your job correctly, it really shines in our eyes, and we soak it in and we bring it home with us, because who the fuck brings a lily to see their favorite wrestler die and hands it to the guy who kills him? But these are the
That's testament to you, Kincaid. That's not us. That's you.
That's my
that's
favorite
all
Kincaid
you,
of all
bro.
time, and you can't convince me any less.
But these are the things that I talk about on the show, is the fans have so much fun, and we bring so many memories home with us that we take them to the next shows, to the future events, if you will. And that's the shit that we really love. And my father absolutely loves going to Test of Strength. If I ever mention, like, and I know training day has been off the tables for a while, but anytime I would mention training day, my pop was fucking right there, man.
Dude, your dad was more over than you were at one point.
Not as over as Jake's Golden Girls shirt, though. Come on.
Oh, dude, that got, oh my God. I've never been hated on so much for wearing something so pop culture relevant.
That was Battlefront?
Yeah, dude. I had somebody call me gay, and I got in his face. I said, don't knock it till you tried it, boy.
You were wearing Zubas too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, dude.
Can I just point out one thing, Don? We have been like super like, I don't know. For some reason, anytime we mention anything like not PG, like I kind of cringe a little bit. But then again, I'm thinking Don Dwyer was bringing up like,
Oh, yeah.
your trophy every other second. I'm like, you know what? That was a little more inappropriate.
Seemed like he was kind of fixated on that, I would say.
I mean, when it was a life-size casting, I mean, that's just kind of what happens.
That's impressive.
That's funny because Tupac said the same shit. Tupac said the same exact thing.
I mean, it is kind of weird, you know what I mean?
Two Buff is cool.
Yeah, I dig Two Buff.
Having Buff Inc. on was a blast. But you know
Or
what?
Buff Inc. Yeah, I'll go with the team. I like them both.
Yeah, I haven't talked to those guys in so long, and that's what was really cool about getting you guys on. But not only that, when me and Mr. Sampson connected, I thought that was just going to be such a great bonus. And I know this was really about Cold Cash, and bringing on Jake Sampson probably took on a different element. But
I would have been really upset knowing that he was supposed to be here if he wasn't.
Wait, so
That was great.
just want to clarify. It's all good because Ice Cold Killers, Cold Cash, Ice Cold Cash Killers.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And add PZ into the mix, the higher Ice Cold Cash Killers.
The higher.
Oh God, it sounds like it's our Facebook group name.
Because I made it, duh.
Mr. Sampson.
Yes, sir.
Crazy brother, David.
Are you inactive for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
pretty
he's
much
on his
riding the
15th kid. So
Time out. Wait, you're back?
pine. No, I'm pretty much riding the pine. So
well, he's now working on his 15th kid. So he's
Shut
got to
up.
kind of stay back.
no, I'm working on getting the first one growing up just right. So you know.
So
Baby
now,
making factories open.
No, it is not. It is closed.
so you're focusing on family. That's where it's kind of gone to in your direction.
Yeah, but I mean, like I've always said, my family is far-reaching, and you know, my friends are my family. So I mean, I'm always going to be there for these two idiots, no matter what. So you know, I'm like a bad stink. I never go away, and I'm always around.
Oh,
Jake,
wow.
can I ask you a personal question?
It depends.
This ought to be good.
If there was for some reason, a rivalry between Ryan Fraust and TJ Howell III, who would be cheered for?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean,
Thank you.
but I'd probably have to go with TJ.
Okay, but at least you thought about it. You didn't just say, "Oh, well, obviously TJ."
Well, I mean, I did. I mean,
What?
I mean, I did buy him shark slippers that one time. So,
And a Santa sack that was in the shape of a shark.
I just
Yeah.
don't understand why people would cheer for an entitled rich kid instead of a hardworking blue collar individual. But whatever.
Because
I
they're
mean,
douchebag.
you're not wrong.
Everyone's a douchebag. So are you.
Listen, if you're gonna stone cold stun him, can you at least do it on camera?
I can't do it because the other guy with a belly does it now.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's right.
So then I can't be accused of ripping somebody's shit. So
Hey, Tony Schiavone ripped his shit, dude. Rip it all day long, dude.
Tony's established. He can
God
do whatever
fucking
he
damn it, Tony!
Tony's established. He can do whatever he wants.
Before we bring our schwa way down to a close here, can I go on to the face page and just go through some of the chatter that was going on when I announced that Cold Cash was coming on stirring the pot?
We'll take turns doing one each.
Yeah, sure.
All right, go for it.
Well, first off, Seven, he was saying that the logo was total money and it should be a snapback, if you will. Would you consider? Do you guys have snapbacks?
My merch guy, Mr. GMIC, Alex Rojas, will take that into consideration.
Okay.
And maybe in the near future, you can find that at Heel Apparel.
You've already said
On
fuck
Amazon.
like 5 times. Everyone here has said fuck today.
Where's the fucking mute button
Heel
from Donovan
shit.
right now?
.com.
That mute button was something else. I don't know whatever I walked into. That was something. I got to tell you.
Hey, you could tell that young fellow fan there that keep an eye out open on Heel Apparel on the Amazon store.
that I will.
I'm never going on his show again either because I don't want to get muted.
Wow.
Wait, who muted you? What happened?
Donovan Dwyer.
Some bum in Rhode Island or some shit. Whatever.
He muted him like 30 times.
It was great.
As we move on, we have the anti-hero, Chaz Marinelli. Are you familiar with Mr.
So this is mine, right? Yeah.
What?
All right. Go
Why
for
is
it.
that yours? You just got one.
No, you answered that. You what? Oh wait, never mind. All right, go.
The brand is still waiting. Name the time and place, and furthermore, let's see, any combination of the brand, it doesn't matter. We'll leave it up to Frost and Howell.
We can both answer. Like, it doesn't have to be a contest.
All
Kyle.
right.
So the brand is at the top of RICW, Rhode Island Championship Wrestling, which at the moment is looking for a new building because COVID.
So the brand we have not crossed swords with. There's a lot of teams there that we have not competed against. We started by pissing off and beating up on Xander Litt, which was truly a pleasure. And then he recruited Dan the Man. It was an Elseworlds multiverse type deal where Dan the Man actually was doing the right thing and being a good guy. I guess that happens in Rhode Island sometimes.
Yeah, weird place.
And then we took on Hot and Sexy, whatever.
Hot and
Wild.
Hot Shot and Devin Baker.
And they're we split the series. They are not bad athletes. They're very good athletes. I just don't like saying that I lost to somebody.
Deshaun and I stared at each other, looking panicked in a corner, while Devin and Ryan took a move off the top rope.
Did you guys
move from the ceiling? Did like 10 flips, landed in the middle of the ring.
Did you guys move awkwardly watching him to try to catch him?
We kind of both went like this and ducked and hid. Yeah.
Regardless, they're a great team. I'll fight them anywhere. But that's about all we've managed to do at RACW because that's all the time we've had so far.
Yeah.
We were really making a name for ourselves, and the brand have the tag champs up there, so we could have probably earned our shot at them. Hopefully it will happen sooner than later.
Okay.
But the anytime, any place, I said, don't tell me to name a time and a place. I don't have a ring. You have a ring. Where do you want to fight?
Oh, okay. So back to the brand's ball court. It's in your ball court. Anytime, any place. We'll see where that goes. Staying in the same area, if you will. One Miss Jacqueline Sparks says, "Hey, I still got to punch them both." What the hell's going on there?
Sorry, CW again. That's their Universal Champion.
I'm thinking we just kind of get them all together in a ring. We beat all of them.
Well, then Dozer said something too.
Yeah, Dozer, and then I go. John, feel free to read everything under that post.
Okay.
Because I made it funny.
Oh boy.
He did make a funny.
Boy.
Let's go through this little thread here. Starting with Miss Sparks. I still got to punch them both. Then Mr. Dozer. Sparks, great grammar there, and I still got to punch them too. Followed by TJ Howell. Sparks, Dozer, can you guys just get on one side of can you guys just get on one side of me each so I can duck when y'all throw punches and just hit thanks in advance.
This is why I let him call the matches.
Oh God, you let him call matches? What are you doing to yourself?
Mr. Dozer responded with a kind of a stone cold laugh, if you will. And then Miss Sparks continued with, Kruger did that once. He still got punched harder, actually. Mr. Dozer finalizes this with, they all act like once we throw a punch, it's like a bowling ball and we can't aim it. There's a lot going on there. Mr. Dozer, Miss Sparks, Cold Cash, what the hell?
Hey, when you're that good, you piss off a lot of people. Each of their times will come to get a shot at Cold Cash. And whether there's a belt around our waist when that happens, or we have to get through them to get the belts. Hey, this goes with the same thing as the brand. Mm-hmm. Hey, we can do it all at the same time if we want. I know Jacqueline can find somebody to team up with her, and Dozier's got his partner, or hell, maybe they'll even tag team together. But hey, she's the head honcho champion over there, so maybe one of us can go after a singles competition and win their belt over there.
Wow. Again, we'll have to see.
I appreciate that endorsement, and I'll put it under consideration. But let's work on the tag team first.
Oh, okay, we'll see where that culminates. One more person in that area, if I may, and if I don't touch upon this guy, this young gentleman, and I know you know where I'm going with this. If I don't touch upon this young gentleman, he's going to strangle me through the interwebs. So I have to touch upon one Coach C. You guys like to call him Caddy C.
Can we call him what he is, Caddy C, please?
That's fine. I don't want to piss you guys off, so I'll just say what Caddy C. How did this kind of come about, and what's this relationship? Where is it going? And when things start coming running up again, is Caddy C going to be part of Cold Cash?
Well, I can already tell you he's already part of the Howell brand, just like you are in a way, Kincaid. Caddy number 2.
Caddy, yeah.
Jake, stop. Don't encourage it. It's caddy number 2. So
well, wait,
there is a Howell brand that brings all these caddy programs. So there used to be caddy. Oh man,
Caddy.
Who was the first caddy? Caddy. What was the name?
Caddy Tucker. Caddy Tucker.
Literally never heard of her.
Oh.
Then we have caddy number 2, Don Kincaid. We have a great recruit in the program. Caddy number 3, really awesome guy, Mark from the dojo.
Boo.
It's my favorite. Stop.
Wait, did you say a Mark from the dojo or Mark from the dojo?
Mark from the dojo.
Oh yeah, Mark.
Don't talk about Mark that way. He's doing fantastic in the full ride.
Now we're talking about my favorite caddy, Caddy C, Coach C. He's great.
So I think we can both agree, though,
He can't even buy you
Ryan and I,
how is he great?
how that even became a thing, though, I think Ryan and I can both agree and say we like to do a lot of observing and when we go places. And we had one look at that kid. That kid, as young as he is, he could talk for his age, for being that young into the business. He's 16 years old and knows how to cut a promo than most 60-year-olds that have been in the business for 30 years.
Here's what I like about him. He came up to us and said, I want to help guide someone, to help someone achieve what they want to achieve, right? So we said, great, we need a caddy. Because the first caddy was a bum. He didn't do anything right, and he couldn't make it out to Rhode Island like an idiot.
I literally have no idea who this person is.
So Coach C comes up and says, I want to coach you. We said, no, you can be our caddy. That's cool. Now, we were actually going to try to convince him that he had to sign up with us. And we were going to have a signing day. And it was going to be the greatest thing since the Lashley Lana wedding and COVID.
Wow.
Yep.
So
With some surprises.
I'm hoping that we can still make signing day happen. So let's not throw those surprises out there.
Absolutely not.
But we're going to try to get him to do the right thing and sign up.
Okay. I have to agree with you, Mr. Howell. The kid can really talk. He shares everybody's medias, if you will. He
is so great in self-promotion, Don. Oh my gosh.
He is. Yes.
And he's gonna listen to this, and he already said, "Oh, I heard what you said about me on Donovan's page, and I appreciate it."
It's not even posted yet, and the kid's like, "Hey, great job in the interview." Fucking what?
Hey, that's good. The kid's got spunk and he's got freaking he's got passion.
Yeah.
Real life, from a Tyler to a Chris, he's such a great kid.
Your name's Tyler.
Wait, your name is actually Jake in real life?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
His name is Boomer in real life. I mean, fans, if you've taken a break, take a shot.
You're on a hooch, bro.
Right. So, you know what? Like, this business, I feel like we need to give a lot more credit to those, people. We're blessed to have a lot of mentors that tell us our strengths. So, like, I always want to spread positive feedback to people that deserve it, And for somebody that's 16 years old and hasn't been in the business that long and is still young and has a long road ahead of him, he's doing great, And if he keeps at it, he'll be a freaking superstar signed to a brand, and we'll look back and be like, wow, something that we said could have helped this kid and could have helped this person. And ultimately, I want to see all my friends succeed. If I can see every single one of us, Don, sometimes even you on a bigger platform, I feel like that's a win-win for everyone.
He'll never pass the drug test.
That's true.
Whoa.
But for real, like you look at everybody that comes from Test of Strength, that comes at Test of Strength, you know, everybody is so good to each other in the business. I have a lot of friends in this business. I just want to see all of them succeed, you know, and to know that we crossed paths at one point and there's could have been something that, you know, one person said to me or something I said to them that could have changed their lives for the better in terms of what they do in their career is phenomenal.
And in theater and stand-up, it's called a rubber band, where you come back to where you started. Bringing Jake Peasy and TJ into Battlefront was just that.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to help friends who I believed in, who I would put my name on and say, they're good, bring them in. I was able to, I had that inch open in the door to pull it open and bring them in.
I feel like a lot of my popularity came from that, but also partly from PAPW. Being around that bulk of fans in that small place really makes you come out of your shell. But having fun with your friends there's nothing better than that. The first day, Jake and I came to an event for Ryan and said, "Hey, what are we doing?" And he said, "Hey, I just need you guys to be my lumberjacks, stay outside the ring. We'll need you here, here, and here." Perfect. And Jake and I made the most of that and had so much fun. There's no complaints. There was
TJ fought for 3 championships for Battlefront Professional Wrestling.
Yeah. We were involved.
Championship. He wouldn't let me roll them up.
It was literally your job to make sure no one rolled me up.
Dude, remember that time
That
we beat up
includes you.
Dashing D? Remember that?
That son of a... Okay. The congregation has it coming. All right, pal. The congregation has it coming. Book it, Slick. Book it, Slick. The congregation wants a piece. All right? They don't appreciate that this guy gentrified Brooklyn, and I don't appreciate that they don't appreciate that.
Wow. A lot of non-appreciation there.
Big ups to Karen Bam Bam the champ.
I love Karen, and also I gentrified greatness, so there's that.
You guys have brought us a different side of Cold Cash, and I want to thank you guys for that, because I know we could have went back and forth. We could have taken what we do at the shows and really done this for as long as we wanted to on the show. But you guys gave us, the fans, a different side of Cold Cash. I was really, really hoping that we could get out. And having Jake Sampson on here was a fantastic bonus.
Thank you so much for inviting him.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I thought this was really cool. What a great addition and great conversation. And as you guys spoke, like I said earlier, it gave us the fans such a great perspective and how tight you guys are and how you worked with each other and feeding off of each other. Everybody had a little different something to bring to the table. And that's what really makes good wrestling to present to us, the fans, that we get invested in. So you guys, again, the flip side of the coin a little bit, we pulled back the curtain. We had a lot of cool conversation and stuff. And I can't thank all of you guys for like really just opening up a bit, because you guys were absolutely fan-effing-tastic tonight, man.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you, Don.
You're the only fan I like.
You weren't as annoying as I thought you'd be.
Without Kincaid, all of our shit would never be seen.
Between
Literally,
you, between Foggy, between anybody that shares any of our posts ever, we have a lot of support. And you know what, Kincaid, you're a big part of that. You started the spreading of that. So
big ups to Foggy and Center Ring.
Yes, Foggy, dude. Between you and Foggy, dude, you guys got us over big time.
We have fun. We just wanted to bring it back to the table because I want to give the fans that are watching this Test Your Strength on the Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. at their dojo in East Hartford, Connecticut. They were giving us, the fans, once a month, every single, like clockwork, every single Sunday, a fantastic show with 6-7 matches. I don't even know how many. There probably could have been 8 at one point. But I'm telling you, it's a very intimate setting. They gave us fantastic memories to bring home, storylines, characters, wrestling. I just love Test of Strength. But my point
One thing, can I add one thing to that, Don?
Yeah.
People from New York, people from Massachusetts, people from Rhode Island, people from farther coming to wrestle at a dojo event.
Mm-hmm.
just for the fans. Just give them something.
And that's just the genius of Slick Wagner. You know, wrestle Ryder's Brew House.
Smokehouse.
How many different times now we wrestled at the Deuce? We wrestled at Tazrax before it became 585 Main. You know, we've been places now, and it's only just starting. You know, Test of Strength is really taking off, and we have him to thank for that because he really set us up for success in putting us out there. You know.
Yeah.
And my, how do I put it? My reciprocation of Test of Strength giving us some great times, all for free. The magic word in all of that is for free on a Sunday afternoon. Where can you go wrong? Why there wasn't 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 people knocking at that fucking door on a Sunday afternoon, I will never know. But for us that went there regularly, I always felt honored to go there because we left out of such an intimate setting with great times, with great talent. And we always talked about the shows all the way home and further. Mr. Howell III, if I'm not mistaken, that is Loki. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's the dog of mischief, as he is.
Wow. The privileged wolfhounder. What do you got?
Yeah, he might be more privileged than me. I don't know. He's pretty spoiled.
Well, thanks, Don. I mean, you know, I know that is much more than just us, but I appreciate our part in it, you know, and
Absolutely.
and I appreciate you helping us get the word out there and get the footage out there, and I appreciate you bringing Jake in here because it is very, very good to see you, my friend.
And for any fans out there who haven't already checked out Test of Strength or haven't even looked at Dear Norma, guys.
Why are you watching this?
Guys, if you made it this far, why are you not purchasing your tickets for Dear Norma yet? Like, if you haven't done it,
Because
you need to do it now.
they haven't been made yet.
Now,
Why haven't you inquired on when the tickets will be available so you can buy them and get there ASAP?
I've gotten private messages about when are they available. So
it's going to be crazy because you know what? Everybody's antsy to see great wrestling, and the card is already stacked. And the big surprise is where is Cold Cash going to put themselves on that card?
Main event, bitches. Main event.
Yeah, we started off with talking Dear Norma. We kind of tailed end with talking Dear Norma. Get on the face page. Go to Test of Strength. There's an event tab up on the top. Hit that. You're going to see Dear Norma right off the ripper. You click that, and you can't go wrong. For $20, it's going to be outside under the pavilion, 5 minutes away from my fucking house. I can't wait. April 3rd. If I'm not mistaken, doors open 5 p.m., something like that, around there?
usually an hour before bell time.
Yeah.
Okay. Get on the old face page. Check them out. Mr. Sampson, I know you're obviously inactive, but is there anything that you have to promote that you can share with us fans? Is there a promotion that you enjoy in your area? Maybe your home promotion that you would like to introduce us to that we don't know, or anything you would like to promote?
I'm going to plug Dear Norma. Go watch my boys do what they do best.
Any chance you'll be there?
Maybe, depending.
Oh, there might be a chance you might have your gear, and maybe you don't wrestle a match, but maybe we need some muscle in the corner.
He's getting the edge.
Maybe we need the biggest caddy ever.
I just need,
Dude, I mean, if you got a collared shirt and 2X, maybe I might be there.
I just need to see my niece. That's all.
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, the door's always open. I was going to put her on tonight, but her mom said no to being on YouTube, so.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us, Mr. Sampson. That was really an enjoyable bonus. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to see my boys and,
Absolutely.
well, actually, I should say my family, but and
you
you included. You included, Kincaid.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
As much shit as I give you.
You're over.
He's like that.
So.
He's like that annoying, like really crazy, great uncle that you have in the family that just keeps getting older, and you're wondering why he's still here.
Wow.
Wow.
That started off really sweet. And then
It's all out of
that.
Hey, I
want to know how you got your mustache black and the rest of your beard gray, though.
Dude, he's doing that.
How'd you grow a
Hogan shit,
beard?
brother.
it's just the way it is. I don't know. It's just the way it is. I don't know.
How'd you grow a beard? I need advice. Actually, wait, Don. Never mind. Jake, how'd you grow a beard, bro? I need advice.
Dude, well, I mean, for me, it's just I grow hair everywhere. For you might have to get on the gas.
I've been trying.
You can't drink gasoline, you idiot. Shh, Jake, stop. These fans believe it's real weightlifting.
Mr. TJ Howell, where can we find you on your face page or YouTube or Snapchat or Pornhub? What do you got going on over there?
All right, so I do have
OnlyFans.
just like yeah, right. It's like OnlyFans, but it's me shotgunning beer, so call it OnlyFans. Right? Anyway, so yeah, I mean, you can find my wrestling page on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, TJ Howell the Third, on Twitter and Instagram, TJ Howell III. But what I'm doing, especially now with all the COVID stuff going on, yes, I'm playing a lot of video games. I'm playing a lot of video games with my fancy schmancy gaming setup. And if any fans want to interact with a wrestler, ask me anything, play along with me, whatever, just watch me kind of just do my thing and try to bring mediocre gaming to an entertaining aspect. I am at twitch.tv/xtleopizzox, which I'll have Donkey Kid link if you'd like me to, whatever works. But I game usually a few days a week. I have a TikTok now as well. Same as my my Twitch, xtleopizzox, which Jake knows about because he follows me. So stop acting surprised.
I'm like the one guy that follows you.
And just really trying to get myself out there and give fans a little bit more of a bonus. You'll see a lot of Coach C interacting with me and talking smack as all he knows how to play is Fortnite, and I play Call of Duty and I'm better than him. But you get a lot of entertaining stuff. You got a lot of me being an idiot, which what? I don't care. Yeah, I might be an idiot, but I'm funny sometimes. So
we have a lot of great times at the shows. That's for sure. We always leave somehow, boys and girls, myself and TJ Howell, somehow, some way, before the night is over, we find ourselves in some kind of little I don't know, situation of sorts. It's usually on the comical level, and I'll never not want to have fun at the shows like that, and I always appreciate that stuff. Mr. Frost, how do we find you on the old social medias, my friend?
Look up a phone book.
Ryan F. What the fuck?
Fans take a shot, even though it was Jake.
Ryan F. Wrestles. The F stands for Frost. No, it stands for fucking. Ryan F. Wrestles on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I don't do a lot of Twitter yet. It's my time to put people over. I'll put Loki over. And then I'm going to put over a band called Continuum in Connecticut that is still doing everything they should be doing during COVID. You can't play shows, but they're doing live streams. They're recording albums. They're fantastic.
Live streams are huge.
I'm gonna put over Test of Strength.
Put over that bum Scotty.
I'll put over Crossing Rubicon because they had no choice really after I insisted, but they did put me in that music video, Just Incredible, for Seeing Red. So I'll put over Crossing Rubicon. They are not formally on a hiatus. They just have health concerns with the COVID. So they're staying as sharp as they can in seclusion, then coming back when it's over. But
Put over
PowerFlex Gym for making Frosty get some gains.
Put over PowerFlex Gym. Put over.
Damn.
I'm gonna put over.
Save some for the rest of us.
There's at least one more thing. I know. I was already thinking about it.
Yourself?
Said all time.
I just did. I said Ryan F. Wrestles.
The Ryan Fraust page, so everybody stops tagging you as Ryan Bear.
Yeah, guys, come on. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like,
did you
if I end up somewhere someday, then all you motherfuckers are gonna have to tag that. So,
did you tell them about the bear?
We surrounded ourselves with great people like Jake, so we're all just doing our thing. Let's do it. How about New World Wrestling Extreme on May 15th? That's the only other booking I've got at the moment. I'll throw that out there. I have no idea what I'm doing there. As opposed to being mysterious with you as Cold Cash, I have no clue. But I know I'm there. So
okay. You know, the NWWE, they did put out a few shows as Test of Strength in a few of the promotions before the weather got too cold. And we did see, we saw you guys up there and one Sammy Diaz, who overthrew one Mr. Abruzzi for his openweight championship. He's
softened him up, though.
Coming on Sunday afternoon, and we're going to be talking to Mr. Abruzzi, and that is going to be one of our topics. Absolutely.
Tell him I said I owe him one.
Tell him I said that I'll run one with him.
Oh, wow. That should be some
Or
great.
tell him to get a partner. How about that?
Not a lot of people like him.
Would anybody tag with that bum? I don't know.
No.
Tell him to get a partner. No.
He's Saturday Night Delight. Of course people will tag with him.
Well, that sounds like an STD.
oh, never mind. You already seen my trophy.
I'm not going to talk anything about Vinny himself. He's a good wrestler, but I am going to say his outfit looks like an STD.
Ooh.
Idiots.
You guys, all three of you have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for sharing, being honest, candor, putting over what you wanted to, and just giving some love to the people that deserve it. And we talked a lot about Test of Strength. And again, don't forget about Dear Normal coming up April 3rd. Mr. Sampson, Mr. Howell, Mr. Frost, I cannot thank you enough for spending the time. We are at 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 35 seconds. Holy shit. I didn't think you'd stomach me for that long.
Don, you're annoying, but you know what? Sometimes you're entertaining.
Hey, if Jake didn't have to feed the baby, we'd stay on all night.
Hey, is that Coke can behind you? One of the infamous cans that El Jabroni gave you?
No, that one's in his bum, bro.
I have both, and they're signed. They're autographed from one El Jabroni.
So he's dead, and dead people usually attach themselves to things that are meaningful to them. So are you telling me that you're keeping the El Jabroni spirit around?
Too soon, bro.
You know what? Dear Norma, this is coming with me. All right?
Oh, no.
I'm going to smash it on your head.
Yeah, I'm going to have my mysterious head caddy just come over there and take those and actually burn them.
We might have a 6 foot, 300+ pound caddy.
No, you might have.
No, he's not a caddy.
No. I mean, I'll wear the shirt and pretend I'm a caddy, but
Yo, come
just
on, that'd be dope.
Just so I don't have to pay admission, but
That would be like, you wouldn't be on the level of a caddy, but it would be so cool to see you in that.
Who does that hat belong to? Because I've literally never seen it on anybody's head but Frosty.
Howell Enterprises.
And it looks like it's been worn quite a bit, maybe not washed ever.
No, Caddy Tucker never washed any of his clothes.
Caddy who? Never heard of it.
Dude, that hat looks like it was at a Tiki Torch convention.
Oh my god!
I don't know. It's gross.
Hey, Loki, want a new chew toy? No. What's Howell Enterprises? It's our financial backer.
The fun we had on Stirring the Pot wouldn't change it for the world, and I love that we get to do this on this show because I've always said it almost every single episode. This isn't my show. It may have my stinking name on it, but this is our show. This is for the fans. And I finally, somebody besides my dad and his dog Jake are actually catching on to the stirring the pot, and I'm getting a little bit of viewage here. So I can't believe the love that the boys and girls have given the page, the channel, if you will, the YouTube. We are at over 3,200. We're working at 3,300 subscriptions. We're right around the corner. I broke 1,000 on Christmas Eve. I woke up Christmas Eve. It was at 1,012. And we are currently probably about like 3,300 since Christmas Eve. And I can't thank anybody who's watching this, anybody who's just hit that stinking, that little subscribe button or the notification button. It warms my heart to see the numbers grow, because it's not even, it's nothing about me. It's always about the talent that we like to lift up, put the spotlight on. And that's why we do this show. It's absolutely nothing about myself and the fans. It's always about the talent, learning about them, and getting the fans to jump on board. And I think
Absolutely.
and I think we have something going on. And I hope it keeps growing. So you guys coming on, I think is going to be a fine ratings grab. So I cannot wait.
Dude, if you hit 5,000 subscribers, the three of us will come back on and we'll do it like however long segment. We'll just drink.
We'll do a
beer.
musical number. When you hit
come
5,000
on.
subscribers, we'll do a musical number.
Hey, maybe
that's worth like 10K.
Yeah, dude.
5K is a big deal. Let's maybe do something a lengthy something, because we can have a lot of fun. We can bring on guests. We can have special hosts.
We'll talk about it.
MJF and Jericho better get ready, all right? Because if they ever see me coming, you want to talk about musical numbers, brother?
Wow.
So Kincaid, rather than you commanding the last outro, if you will, to say goodbye to the fans and thank us.
Yeah.
I'm telling you something not as Kincaid. I'm telling you as Caddy C. And you better listen to me.
He's Caddy number 2.
Oops. Caddy number 2. Say something nice about Jake. Say something nice about Frost. And then say something nice about me. And then say goodbye to everybody else.
Okay.
Or else.
I just thought of like 5 things to
And
say.
the crowd goes quiet.
Are you deciding what one you're choosing?
Oh no. Okay. Mr. Jake Sampson. The heart punch that you did deliver to El Jabroni. All hail El Jabroni. Thank you for not literally killing him, because I thought you did, but he did survive, got up, and came back, and but then he died again. Yes.
I killed him. Joanna brought him back to life, and I hate her forever for that.
That was beautiful. So thank you for not
That's awesome.
legitimately putting him 6 feet under.
I tried like hell.
And also, I'm going to do a 2-part something nice with Mr. Sampson.
I better have like 5.
You wear the Golden Girls merch like none other. I think
that's fucking true.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
Mr. Frost, how can I even? I can't even thank Mr. Frost enough, except for the one time where I got picked up, brought behind a strip mall, and pummeled into a dumpster, and that really sucked. But besides,
I didn't do that. For the fans watching at home, he means that my absence led to this occurrence, not that I initiated it.
Yes.
Oh,
Because he did. Mr. Frost, I cannot thank you enough for being a protector of Kincaid at the events, because I tend to kind of get my gums a rolling, and I don't make a whole lot of friends all the time, and I appreciate being a protector of myself. I think
iconic picture of you and Frost on Space Swap.
That is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I love that. That's beautiful artwork. I love, and that was from one time.
Stupid.
Hey, you two are about the same age, right?
Oh wow.
Fans, take one last shot for the road.
And we're going to tail this off with one TJ Howell III. Let's see. How do I? Well, thank you, first off, for getting me home in one piece when we went to NYC. That is something I've been wanting to thank you since NYC. It's been a while. I know it's been a while, but quite an evening, I must say. I actually, fun fact for the boys and girls, pulling back the curtain just a smidge. Fun fact, I kind of pulled a couple strings and we helped Mr. TJ follow through what was going on in NYC because there was a lot of confusion. If you remember, Mr. Howell, there was
Greg.
NYC, and I go, hey, I'll be right back to one Lenny Lame and Mr. Howell, and I walked up to one of the talents and I go, whisper, 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 my boy over there. He goes, I got him, and we panned everything out, and as we spoke, he got in the ring, presented one fine performance for the fans. Also, I would like to thank you for when we were at the Jack and Jill Battlefront. I had a lady swing a baking pan at my fucking head. She tried to knock me out while I was filming. That's not what I'm thanking you for, but that's just a bad memory that sticks with me. I do thank you for when you did set me up to die, as there was going to be a tope suicida. He set up a chair right at the ropes with my camera, and there was going to be a tope suicida right into my face. I was supposed to die. I did not. I thank you for that, sir. I appreciate that. Third, those shark socks are off the fucking chain. Whenever you broke those out,
He knows you're rich.
I had to zoom in on socks and put them on the face page. I couldn't wait to get those damn shark socks. When you first brought those things out, thought it was the funniest shit. One of those little elements, though, that we talk of wrestling that you bring to the table, and I appreciate that, sir.
Kincaid, are you buying him dinner after this or what?
Kincaid, I appreciate everything that you just said, and I have one. Oh, you're going on number 4. Oh my God!
What? Jesus, bro, I gotta pee again.
Just go. Let him talk nice about me.
Why wouldn't he just go into the bench? I mean, I don't get it.
He likes to act that he's 20 years younger than he is, but
okay.
50s you can still wear Depends, right?
I'm on a detoxification cleanse that has a lot of lemon juice and a lot of water. My bladder's okay, just like cold cash.
It's okay.
Oh God!
But I did want to put a fourth point to the table. The Kincaid files and Stirring the Pot have not been canceled by the Howell Enterprises, and I cannot thank you enough. If anything, I thank you the most for that.
It's coming. Don't get your hopes up. It's coming.
Well, it happened for like 0.2 seconds, and then we felt bad. So, well, he's not having this. So, all right, I'm not good.
If I'm not mistaken, we are going to be. Let's see. This is going to be episode 226, if I'm not mistaken. 7.
Was I on like episode 4?
Yeah, way back. We go.
Dude, I remember that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Now check
So,
this.
I kind of have like a thing to say about one of each of those things. First of all, NYWC, that's the night I fell in love with Karen Bam Bam, because as you remember, El Jefe just pulled me into the booty so much that I could not fall in love.
Mm-hmm.
2,
Turn your damn camera back on.
I love Karen so much. Oh my God, dude. She's such a sweetheart.
Dude, Karen's over as fuck.
Yes, she is. What was the second thing you said, Don? Oh my God.
He said you wrestle really, really
I
well.
lost train of thought because I was like, dude, thanks, Don.
Fuck, I forgot. I gave you the and I forgot.
Dude, he said your thing's wicked big.
Dude, thanks, Don. You were peeking.
NYC, the Shark Socks.
The Shark Socks, which obviously were not planned 100%, but I thought went perfect with my color scheme. And bro, the shark thing took off from there.
Yes, it got so over. Tony Schiavone stole it.
It took off to the point where there's so many different shark things in my house, including the slippers that are to my right. a cold cash, or not a cold cash, I'm sorry, a Shark Week teddy bear that Laura C herself got me. Something that I won with my cousin Ref Gino while we were at an arcade. There's a ton of shark shit around here.
Your cousin.
I even had shark stockings for myself and the dog here at the Owl Estates.
On my way, Loki.
We are at 1 hour 50 minutes. 1 hour 50 minutes with
We got it. Everything
Stop complimenting him.
Everything nice that you said, I appreciate. And I should have had the comments like right after, but it's okay.
Jake Sampson,
Yes.
you are our bonus special guest, if you will, for this evening. I'm going to do something that I haven't done before. Would you like to do an outro for this episode of Stirring the Pot with Cold Cash, my friend?
Sure, I would love to.
Take us home, my friend, please.
So, on behalf of the new Impact players, TJ Howell III,
The Ice Cold Cash Killers.
and myself.
I miss you, Slade Dangerfield.
I
Peace
miss-
out.
Miss you, Slade. All of you disgusting, fat, old, bald, bearded sacks of shit.
Wow.
Enjoy your evening. And just remember, we made an impact.